Hi everyone, welcome to my recent lesson. This lesson will be programming quiz 2. So we already pick up all the topics. Conditionals, functions, and logical equivalence. All of them we completed already. You can check my YouTube channel and you can see all the details there with these classes. They are in the details and you can learn all of them in the exact point. All right. So let's continue with the quiz part. Now we will practice with all these topics in here, okay? I will be very fast. So if you didn't understand something, you can write in description and I will help you. You can write in comments, okay? I'll get you back soon. So Jing Jing is working with a game level designer on a new video game. The designer sends them this flowchart. What is this flowchart? Is enemy string at less than 10? If it is like that, subtract 6 from player health. If greater than this, subtract 2 from player health. All right. In this case, let's think. I will be very short for that. Okay. If enemy strength is 12, in this case, we will subtract 2 from player health. If it is less than 10, like let's say 5, we will subtract 6 from player health, okay? Like that. Just think like that. So player health could be anything, like from 0 to 100. We can add there some value for it. So he must implement that logic in code using the variables enemy strength and player health. So which of these code snips correctly implements the logic in that flowchart? So I will write in here, no worries. So now we have two variables var enemy strength, all right? This one first, strength. We can say 0 in this case. I will do like that, okay, no worries. And var player health will be 0. Let's do it like that. The logic part in the conditional part is that if enemy strength, yeah, sorry, enemy strength is less than 10, all right, what will we do? We will say exactly what, we will say like that. So anyway, let's do it in normal way. Player health equals player health minus what? If less then minus 2. No, sorry, if it is less than 10, in this case we will say minus 6, right? It will be minus 6. Or the another part, let's say else conditions. So if it is not true, then we will say what. Let's tag it there exactly. I don't need to write it again and again there, right? Yeah, in this case, we will increase it 2 times. If it is greater than 10, it will be 2. In this case, let's say enemy strength is 12 and the player health is 97. So if enemy strength is 12, exactly it is greater than 10. In this case, the worst case, enemy strength is less than 10. We will be subtract 6 from player health. But in this case, it is greater than 10. So what will we do? We will subtract 2 from player health, right? Like that. What will be this one? Like 95, our player health. Let's then say then the enemy and the player still in a fight there, and a player or yeah, player just shot him with the crossbow, and enemy is just lost health there. Health like it was like 5 in this case, but enemy also uh, fight it with player little strongly, and the in this case also player lost some health, right? Let's say in this case it will be 6. So if it is less than 10, enemy get some shot, and player also gets some shot there. I mean, it will be there will be some action, okay? And in this case, it will be 6, and our number will be 91. So that's the point, guys, okay? So let's do it. So we can just add there some prompt, this kind of things to check it exactly. All right, let's go VS Code and see what will happen. We have ID here in game. The ID name is game. Let's start directly, okay? Let's put there two prompt to prompt things there. Where let's say enemy strength. Yeah, strength. Enemy strength and prompt. We can say please enter enemy strength, right? Uh, we don't need to write this. What you think? Right there, okay? Enemy. So enemy strength. So I'm just trying to explain you that situation in a, exactly in the coding. It is not like that, okay? Strength. Okay. So and then another one will be the player health. So the player health, let's say in here, player health. Will ask us two questions. I told you, if you want, we can do it directly, but we need some values. I mean, we are still didn't add there some values. This is not like some live game, okay? Anyway, let's say if enemy strength is less than 10, do some action instruction, right? Instructions will be what? The first instruction will be what war player health, right? Equals player health minus what? It is less than this 6. And for display out, we need to say document get. Anyway, maybe I can add it later. So let's try to understand logic in here. We can say else. For else part, we can say game var player health. Let's do it like that. Player health. And after that, say 2. If it is greater than 10, it will minus 2. It will subtract 2. If it is less than 10, it will do it 6. We can do also else if like that, like let's say if enemy strength is less than 5, do minus 6. If enemy strength is less than 8, it will be like between 6 and 8, it will like subtract 2 or 4. Okay, we can do a lot of things, a lot of actions with the conditions. Okay, no worries. So let's come here and just display them out. How we can do it? Let's say document dot get element by ID, and it will be game, and say in your HTML, and after that put our variable inside it and put semicolon and tag it and come down to below the player health variable. So all right, so we can go the web page now right here. So let's do something in here right now. Yeah, enemy strength. In this case, let's write there some scenario. The enemy is very strong, like greater than 10. In this case, like 35. Okay. And if it is 35, we need to know that it will subtract 2 our player health. So if I say player health is 96, it will be 94. Am I right? Let's see there. 94. Did you see that? Let's change scenario. Let's say enemy strength is only 5. Enemy is going to die as soon as possible. And our player is still strong, like 95. But like during the die, enemy during the die, just shot it to player little fast and get some big values from his health. In this case, it will be 59. Did you see that? It works. That's all, guys. Okay, this is some kind of logical way, like we applied there here, like for our games. So anyway, take a pencil and just put here the Okay, come here. This program uses a nested conditional to assign the variable my mystery to a value. Mystery to a value. All right. If x greater than y, mystery x minus y. Else, if x less than y, then y divided x. And else, the third condition, it will be addition. Division, addition, and subtraction. We have three option here. We just use this if, else, if, and else. Three condition. Now let's do some example with it, okay? But what is the question in here? If we set x to 8 and y to 24, all right, let's do it. We can do it. So, but we don't, but let's do this first thing also in Python. What do you think? Like, very fastly. Let's do it, okay? So let's say enemy strength. Let's say enemy, and after that say input, and please enter enemy strong strength like that, and say player equals input. No input. After that say please enter player health. Yeah. No. Yes. Okay, in this case, we can say for them integer. We need to represent it like that in Python, all right? Because it couldn't understand it is like some string value. Let's come here, say if, don't need maybe, enemy is less than, enemy health, I mean, less than what, 10, do some stuff, do what? Delete it. I did wrongly, mistakenly. Do some stuff like what we talked already about it, like explain it. Player health or player, let's say only player. Player is player minus 6. Else, you already know these things. I just want to show you about syntax in Python. Player equals player minus, I don't know, minus 2, or we can just say return. That works too. I mean, all right. So anyway, let's just run it and see what will happen in Python. So just I will do two example for that, and I will continue with another question directly. Just I would like to show you the syntax in Python. Everything is easier. Enemy strength is 5. In this case, our true conditions will work there, and it will subtract 6 our player health from our player health. Let's say 5 player health is what, 56. In this case, it will be 50. But we didn't display something out. Let's say return. Did you think return will work here? Hmm? Can it work? Below of the return, below of the if. Did you think it works? No. So let's come here and say print player, right? Print player. That's good. And also do it print player. Only say player. Return only player. I mean. All right. Let's know what you need to do. We need to say 5. The another one will be what could be then 59, 56. Okay, it will be 50. Did you see that? It just subtracts 6 from player health because our enemy strength is 5. Anyway, let's do another example. I mean, in this case, let's say enemy strength is 12 and our strength, like our health is 57. No, 67. It will be 65. 65. Did you see that? It alls. All right, let's go back to our second question. We have x and y. So for x, we have two values here. Let's come here. Var x equals what? Var x equals 8, right? 8. And y is 24. Yeah, I think. Yeah, var By the way, you can use lat or const or what you want. Okay, const is a little bit different, but you can do it lat and you can access to this information. I mean variables, but const is little different. Okay, I will explain you later about it. Say var y it's 24. That's all, guys. Come now down and just it's saying what value will be the master variable store after running these cards. Alright. Which conditions work good? It means, okay? Like which condition work in here? This one, or this one. So which one is true? Yeah, let's do it. If the first one, if x greater than y x minus y. Okay, let's do it. Let's say if x greater than y, what we need to do, x minus y, right? How we can do it? We can just say what, we can say calc, like that, var calc. Or I don't know, like mystery, let's say, like Tim and say, mystery, and we can just add here x minus y, right? That's the first point, and we can say document that I would like to add it directly because I don't want to write it again and again. So let's add same game. Let's say in this case this is calculation, calc, like that. All right, and go back to here and say calculation means inner HTML equals and mystery this one. Yeah. So I know it is coming easy to you, but no worries. As soon as possible, we will continue with the little advance, but let's wait for it. If what? If x, in this case, if x less than y, we need to do some other operation. Like what? What kind of operation? Y divided x. So we can say var mystery again and y minus y divided x, sorry. So this is another scenario, and we don't need to write it again and again. We are not slave. Just add it there. All right, let's continue, guys. And the first one will be else, only else. Okay, if not that, then what will happen? Another scenario. In this case, if x is less than y, right? We did. If x less than y divide division x, like y dividing x, else only for mystery, and it will be only x plus y. If it is not greater, so if x not greater than y, or if x not less than y, if they are really equals to each other, then it will calculate, it will make addition. Okay, it will sum up them. All right, the same things we will add here. All right, so what you think, what it asks us? The x is really less than 24. If x is less than 24, these conditions will work there, right? We know that. The second one, else if point. So what is else if point? Y divided x. So in this case, y divided x means 24 division 8. 24 divided 8, what will be? 8, 16, 24, it will be 3. Am I right? Let's run it and see what will happen from the website. 3. Did you see that? It is only 3, guys. We can add there another values, but I don't want to lose my time for that. So I hope you understand what I mean. The second conditions work. So this is some examples I'm showing you. So let's come in Python. All right, what will I do here? Just we need one. All right, maybe it's say y and x. Let's do with the input. Let's please enter x number or x value y value, okay? And say if x less than y, do some operation. So let's say my story again like that. What will happen in this case? I will do something easier in here. I don't want to use else if in nested way. I will use in clear and very easy way. So in this case, it will be x minus 2, x minus y, I think. I don't remember good, but yeah, x minus 2. And it will be mystery. Let's play out this. Else if, not else if, elif, right? X is, y is, or I don't know, 1 minute, else less than, x is greater than y. Now this one is will be greater than, and this one will be x less than y. Do what? Do division. I mean, as I show you, as I showed you there. So we can say mystery again, right? Mystery, and we can say y division x. All right, this is in our another scenario, and just add mystery there. I'm down. The last part, just say in here else, and else what? Else calculate. I mean, yeah, yeah. So else calculate. What you think if we do it with return? If it works, did you think if it works? Like it works with the if conditionals. So can you do something like mystery like that? No. So you need to do exactly what print. Okay, print, and but before print, maybe we can say mystery equals x plus y. Yeah, am I right? X plus y, and just print out this one. The same for all of them. So now let's just run it and say 32 for x, or not 32, let's say 81. No, 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 not 81. Let's say 9. And for y, say 81. So we know that, right? 9 times 9 is, bam, 9. Did you see that? It works. It works like float with no risk. Let's say the x is greater than y. In this scenario, what will happen? It will minus y, right? Let's say 98, y is 25. If x is greater than y, in this case, it will make x minus y. So it will be something maybe 70, 70, something like that. 73, right? 73. So this is another scenario. Or if x and y equals to each other, let's say 50 and 50, it will calculate them just in addition. That's the result. All right, guys, this is another scenario I showed you. It's also finished. I hope you got it. So we know that 3, right? It will be division there. It is really very easy examples, I know, but don't be angry there. So yeah, Lily is writing a program that calculates geometry formulas. Geometry formulas. Her procedures or function calc distance should return the distance between 2 points. All right, based on the Pythagorean distance formula. This is the cutoff procedure with line numbers. So what we are doing in here, first we need to define their function, and we need to add there some like parameters, and for the parameters later we need to add some values, right? We need function and parameters. All right. So what we have here, x1, y1, x2, y2, something else. Let's do it, guys. We can say, let's come back to into JavaScript, delete all this stuff, and say function. What is our function name? Calc distance, right? Distance. Then, sorry, our value. So what is our parameters? X1, Y1, X2, Y2. It's our four parameters, right? All right. Let's come inside it and what we will do right now. So we need to first understand the logic of this operation. So you can check here, okay? First, we have something in here. We need to start from here. X2 minus x2 subtract x1. x2 minus x1 and y2 minus y1. This is for x, this things. First, we need to start from here. This is for y, right? So what we can do for that? First, we can start with it. We can say, like an example, var x div. Yeah. What is the first one? x2 minus x1, right? x2 minus x1. We need to add there some values. And for y div, what we have here now, y2 minus y1. y2 minus y1. Am I right? Perfect. Now we will what we will do, we need to get them inside power. We need to get their powers, but also we need to sum up them, right, together. So what can we do? We can say like word sum or addition or something else, and we can say power. Do you think we can get power with the math that power of what? Power of x diff, am I right? And we can say plus math. This is built-in function way. Like this is also some class and this is some function and this is some parameters. We need to add there our values. Math, the power, and after that add it here. And we need to just add y div. So what we did exactly, we already represent our x2 minus x1 and x, so y2 minus y1, and after that we just get their powers and we just sum up them, right? Now we need to get them in square root. So that's the last point, guys. Let's do it. So what we need to say for the last one, we can say distance because we need to get result or distance. Am I right? No. Let's say only distance equals square root. We need to use square root in here right now. So where is our square root? Square root right here. We need to get some inside square root. That's the last point. We need to get all of them inside distance variable. Did you see that? Distance in here. Square root, we get all this stuff in here. Power of y div, this place, right? And power of y div. So power of x div is this one, power of y div is this one, and we just made the addition between them, this place, and we got square root for all of them, like that. So step by step, we calculated these things. So what will we do right now? So we just need to add there some values. Let's say x1, like var x1, and then let's duplicate it like here. No, or like that. Or x2 or x, no, y1 or y2. Okay, and we need to add something there. So let's do it with prompt. I will show you something. Please enter your x value or enter x1 value. Maybe it is better than other. What do you think? X1 value. Yeah, this one here. And just hack this prompt and apply for all of them. Alright, in here and in here. Say x2, y1, y2. Yeah, but if we think the first x2 will go from this way, like x2 minus x1, maybe we can put their x2 first. But let's do it like that, okay? We just think we have notebooks and some information staying there. So what can we do now? We can say our result. Result. For result, we can put our function inside it, calc distance, and we can add our variables inside it. What? X1. But what do you think if we say to, yeah, I know this point is same like the others, but let's say for x1 is x1 as x2 as x, so y1 as like these things, okay, to just separate our variable and the function parameters. It works same exactly, not different, but just I'm trying to make things clear for you guys. X1 as x2 as y1 as y2 as, we knows what we are talking about, right? Okay, then we can say document dot blah blah blah. Document dot get element by id and add here calc distance. If am I right? Calc, no, it is only calc. Anyway, let's say calc and say inner HTML, blah blah blah, a lot of questions there, and say result at this one. So our questions will be in the website right now. Let's do it. Yeah, x1 is 12, x2 is 6, not 65, 43, y1. So because it will make like the x2 minus x1, like that, we know that. Let's say 32 and 13. Undefined. What undefined? I don't understand. Oh, we need to return distance, guys. Don't worry. Don't return. Don't to forget it. Never or never. Okay? Yeah, it will exactly return over where value now the outside. You can say 12. X2 can be 43, and y1 can be 30, 56, and blah blah blah. So maybe 11. What none? It says none. Maybe let me check the website. No, it's saying for it none. Maybe the values is not good. Our value is not good for it. So if we add here for that, and what do you think if we add there some easy informations to exactly bring out that? What can we say? We can say this is true one, right? Calc is there. Calc distance, calc inner HTML result. Yeah, all is good. Let's say 5, 6, 7, 8. Says none. I think the value is not okay, if am I right? So what will be the difference here? X2, Y2, X1, Y1, X2, Y2. Maybe math power, 5, X2, distance. It will take it some, and some of them will be this operation. So what about if we do it like that? Maybe, I don't know, like some reason I did this, but like, no, still none. What is the problem here? X2, Y2 minus result X1, X2, S, Y2, S. So what about if we do it in another way? Let me do something different in here. So let's say for this one is 5, this one is 6, this one is 112 and something like that. What will happen then? It's still none. Maybe we need to save this page for display out, I'm not sure. It's still none. Maybe return made some problem in here. Let's say console.log. What is the problem here? Makes me crazy angry. Undefined. Oh, something changed. Undefined is what undefined. So that log distance and your HTML result. Var result. Calc distance, and after that we get this information from there. Maybe now delete this one. That's the same. Yeah, undefined. What you didn't define there. Let's say develop and something else. Maybe we have some problem with calculation in here. So I will check it right now. Wait there. Oh my god, guys, this is my bad. I forgot to add here power of XDiv. I'm just checking what I did wrong, but like, um, anyway, this is some kind of experience. I just forgot. Sorry. So okay, this is the point now, and I was came here. Again, I came. Okay, let me ask this question now. This one, this, and this. Oh, still saying undefined, but just one more thing. I will do it here. Wait. Yes, my friend. I just fixed them in some way. I'm really mixing sometimes a lot of programming languages, not syntaxes in my mind, and I just mixing sometimes. Anyway, Xdiv, it is two power of like this, but just when you add their power, why are you saying again add their the second parameter? I mean, it doesn't like doesn't matter. I mean, But anyway, so we returned that one and we added there some value. Okay, like do it 12, 43, 24, and blah blah, and it will calculate everything correctly. You can do some physics formulas in here. Everything is easy, no worries. Okay. So let's come here, do the same stuff in here exactly. What can we say? We can say x and y1 is already there. Or we can just add our x1, y1, or let's do x2 and y2. Y2s. Let's do the same thing in here. I told you, maybe we can do something to not mix up. All right, let's come here. Yeah, this here. So now we can add just these things. We can duplicate it there, right? This one here. All right, we can say x1, x2, y1, y2. So we can say not function, sorry, def. I told you like sometimes mine is going on. Distance, yep. We have x1, x2, y1, y2. That's all of them. And after that, let's start operation. Say xdiv equals what? X2 minus x1, right? X1. Come down and say y differentiation, I mean. So we can say y2 minus y1. Am I right? So let's come down and say sum. Sum what? Sum is all things. Like what we can use here, import math We can import math library in here. Import is not there exactly. Math. Okay, we can say math dot. Yeah, okay. All the things in here. We can say power of something. It's exactly here. Power of what? Power of this number, right? We need to, and after that, we need to make addition there. All right. So we can say xdiv 2 power of 2 power of xdiv plus, right? Name power. By the way, if we delete it, maybe it works there. But no, no, sorry. We can say from math import math like meaty, like we can use like that too. Anyway, we can say y div, and this explanation is will be 2. That's all. And we can say distance. I think from first example, distance, right? We can say distance equals distance is square root of them, right? Let's say square root. Do we have something like that? Square root. It's here. Doesn't see it there. I mean, square root of this. We can say return. Return what? Return distance. That's all, my friends, for here. Now we can say calc distance. For x1, we can say x1s, x2s, y1s, y2s. Am I right? It will ask us some question, and after that we will apply all of them. So let's close this all things in here, because when we save it, the page is going another side. So let's do it in Python. X1 value we can say 43, for x2 we can say 56, and x2 minus x1 it will be something like 30. I don't know. Y1 is 6, another one can be 54. Result will be what? Nothing, because we didn't display all that. Just we can say in here um, total calculation or result. Let's say the result, and just write it here, print result. Or do you think it works like that? No. Print result. Now, bam. Okay, let's do it now. Anyway, arbitrarily I will do something like that. Okay, this is our calculation result. Okay, you can see here. That's another way we did in Python, but in this case, just I'm trying to show you about the functions. You can apply also in here something with the nested functions. I mean, like def x1. You can do like def. You can say f x1, and you can come inside it and say you can say def f. No, maybe as x2, and you can come inside them and you can say x1 plus x2, and you can do some stuff here. Okay, this is flexibility. If you want, you can use their data manipulation techniques or data privacy techniques, which is we're calling it encapsulation, or you can do data closure techniques, or I don't know, maybe just nested way you can do these things. Or if you want, you can add here ifs, else, and these things to make it too much, especially your programs. That's all, my friends. Okay, let's come here, and we already did. Power which returns or is the square root. This procedure is missing a return statement, however. It's saying, okay, which line of code should the return statement be placed after? After distance, 1, 2, 3, 4. After 4, I mean. After distance, I mean the fourth one is, right, return statements in here. The return statements will be distance, for distance, okay? distance, like you can say return distance. I mean, okay, return distance. You can write in here, but I don't want to lose time in here to do it. After for and return distance. So, another question. This program is a conditional to help a gardener plan their potato harvesting. Anyway, this is for you guys, okay? I don't want to write it. I don't want to do it. So, just you will use here some Julie or tuber size. Or you remember logic gates? For or, if something, if one of the condition is true, it will work. If none of the conditions true, like if all of them wrong, it will never work there. It doesn't work, okay? Do two of the conditions have to be true, or one of them can be true. Then all conditions work there, okay? Like all logic gates will work there. For AND, the everything have to be true or everything have to be false. For the not, the something have to be true, the another point will be false. I mean, okay, one is zero, one equals zero, zero equals one, like that. In AND, it will be one, 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 or zero, 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 like that. Or in or, it will be if you add there one, one will work, and zero also could be there. I mean, this is or, okay? Their ways. So if, like if you put there if like that, if, then if like that, if you continue like that, it will be or. If you add if like that, and if you go inside it like nested way, what will be then? It will be and, right? Not will be something after if you will add there else. The else point will be not. But you can use also if not something blah 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 conditions. Anyway, this is the exam for you, the last one. You can solve it. This is question for you. We already completed this topic. We will continue with the repetition. So this is amazing topic. We are talking about loops, okay? We will talk about loops, conditional loops, these things. It will be loops. Function, like, sorry, not function. What loops? For loops, while loops, what they are doing exactly. They are helping to repeat things in our programs. Number of repetition of instruction will be our first topic of it. Anyway, see you later for the repetition topics or for like or loops or loops topics or for while loops topic or whatever else you're calling it. So we will learn how to do repetition, how to repeat these codes in a for loops or while loops. Okay. That's all, guys. Thank you. This is my last lesson for the programming two topics for the conditionals, functions, and logical equivalence. Let's continue with the programming three, part three, with another topic, which is repetition. Thank you very much for your join. Have a good time.